Hello all, welcome to LI Test Automation YouTube channel. Today's our topic is variables and types of variables in Java. Okay, so what is a variable? A variable is nothing but one kind of container, you can say, which holds data values, right? You can store some data values into a variable, and that value may change. For that variable, the value can change at any time. That's why we said it is a variable in the sense it the value may change at any time. For example, you declare one variable now, and in the coming next steps, for example, you have declared one function. Within that function, whatever the value initially you assigned, that value you can change in other steps. Okay, that is called variable. That's why we said it is a variable. Okay, so what is a variable? Variable are containers which hold data values. Okay, so in Java, to declare a variable, we have a syntax. What is that syntax? For declaring variable, we should follow this syntax. Okay, data type, variable name equals to value. Here we want to store a certain value, whether it might be integer value. For example, 200 value I want to store. Here type is nothing but whatever the value you have here right side. For example, in the value place we have 200, and we have given the value variable name as a amount, and the data type would be integer because we want to store the value 200. It is a integer type. Okay, so that is the declaration of the variable. Okay, let's see by example. See, like this. For example, if I take a class, is a cycle is one of the class. If you, for example, within this class, I have declared int is a data type, and amount is a variable name, and 200 value. This value I want to store in this variable. So okay, this is the example. So for example, if I want to store some value, string type of value, I can have that variable into double quotes. Okay, so that is the string. So like this, I can declare the variable as per the syntax. Okay, and we can have the access modifier also. What is the access modifier? Either public, private, those are the access modifiers we can have. Okay, that is the declaration for variable. Okay, now in variables we have three types of variables. We have three types of variable. One is instance variable, and another is static variable, and third one is the local variable. So let's see what is instance variable, what is a static variable and local variable with examples. Okay, so let's go to Eclipse, and here already I have written, for time saving purpose, I have written the examples here. Okay, so if I declare a variable where that is important, the location of the declaration of variables is important. Okay, if we declare a variable inside a class outside of a functions. Okay, so if we declare a variable inside a class outside of the function, is we need to discuss about what is instance variable. If we declare a variable inside a class, anywhere inside a class, outside, this is the function. Example, I have written one function here. Outside of this function, for example, outside what I declare, this is int amount is 200, another variable name is another variable, speed is another variable, currency is exist. All these variables where I declare here inside a class outside of a function. So that is nothing but instance variable. Okay, instance variable. So how we can access those instance variable? Okay, these are the instance variable. Okay, so how I can access these instance variable? These instance variable I can access by creating the instance for that class. Okay, directly with the class name I cannot access, right? For example, I have another class, right? Let's see. I have another class. In this class, my public static void main is there in this class. I want to access these class members, these variables of this class. How I can access? Through the instance creation, through the instance of that particular class. So I have my cycle class obj cycle equals to new of obj cycle. Okay, I declare a variable, sorry, not obj. Okay, I created the instance for that cycle class. What is my instance? This is my instance name or object name. Okay, then if you see, when we put that, whatever the instance variables are there, you can have the access for them. So just I want to print let's make one more copy cycle. When you say through the instance, not obj cycle amount variable, you have the access for amount, right? Through the obj cycle currency obj cycle dot or something is pass any variable, print error. Okay, this how we can access the variables of that particular class. These are the instance variable, we can say. Inside a class, outside of a function, if we write, that is the instance variable. How we can access? By creating the instance for this class. For example, I have created the instance here. This is the object creation. After creating the object, through that object I can have access those member variables or instance variables. Okay, let's discuss about what is the static variables or class level variables. We can say static variable or class level variables. So static variable in the sense, just like as an instance variable, we have one more special keyword would be there before the instance variable, right? This is the instance variable, right? Int amount equals to 200, or same way string int wheels equals to 4. Okay, static int wheels equals to 4. Here if you clearly observe, here you have the keyword static keyword, where you don't have the static keyword. In this instance variable you don't have the static keyword, whereas static variable, in front of the static variable you have the static keyword. Okay, that's it. How we are going to access these static variable, right? Go to some other class, the same one. So in static variable, if you observe, we are accessing through the class name. We are not accessing through object. We are static variables or static data or static functions. We can access through the class name. Okay, so there is no need of object creation. Okay, so let's discuss about what is the local variable. If we declare a variable within functions, that's called local variable. For example, I want to apply brakes for a cycle. Okay, while driving I want to apply. Okay, just assume I have a function, drive function. Inside a function I have declared brakes is one local variable and it is int. This variable is local to this particular function only. Outside of the function you don't have access.